What's up, vinyl community? Cliff, the Vinyl Cheapskate here, doing a Vinyl Finds video. Friday drinking music. Cheers, everybody. Hope everybody had a stellar week. There's a bunch of stuff I picked up from a couple shops. Found a new spot to shop for vinyl that's only about a half hour outside the city. I've known it was there for a little while, but I've never ventured out there. It's in Joppatown, Maryland. And also I have a couple things I picked up from a show that I went to last week. Yeah, it was only last week. The show I went to last week. And a bunch of stuff I picked up from the old Stomping Grounds Celebrated Summer. So, bunch of stuff to show you guys. Bunch of cool stuff. Kind of a mixed bag this week. There's a bunch of stuff that I picked up. I picked up some heavy metal, like 80s hard rock stuff. That's the stuff from the newer place that I just found. What's it called? It's called Video Village is the name of the place. And it's in one of those big, like, kind of like everyday, it's like a flea market kind of, but it got permanent stalls. It's one of those permanent stalls, and it's huge for what it is. It's way bigger than most regular record stores that I go to. Might actually even be bigger than Celebrated Summer, but just not as honed in as Celebrated Summer on my particular interests. So I had to do some digging at this one. But yeah. So let's start off with what we're listening to over here. It is a band I went to see, and these are the ones I picked up in person from the band themselves. That's the new Beton Arme. Beton Arme. Great. Just like rockin', pub rocky, danceable, oi type stuff. It's excellent. Band's from Montreal. Newer band. I think this is their first full length. And then I also picked up this record that's a collection of all their EPs and demo tapes and stuff that they put out. Great stuff. I think this version that I have here, they split it. It was a bundle version from the record label, and I think that Beton Arme split their copies because it's the only yellow copy. The other records have a different cover. And I didn't know that when I bought it until I brought it home and looked it up. I would have bought the 7-inch too, because there was a 7-inch that's supposed to bundle with this, and I don't have that. So when I basically have kind of like half of a release, but still cool stuff. Glad to have more stuff by this band. Crowd shot on there. It's just plain black vinyl, but pretty sweet. Decided to directly support the band, and I think these are getting harder to find. They're not that hard to find. But still, cool record. Glad I got it. Second time I'm listening to this LP, and it's fucking banging. So good. Show you the stuff I picked up from Video Village. This is they had pretty good prices at that place, so I picked up some stuff. This is mostly, I think what I got here is 3 like 80s heavy metal-ish hard rock stuff, and then this one that is a 6-piece psych record by The Illusion. This is a cool band. They're kind of like just like a garagey, like psyche band. Look at the hair. Look at this guy right here. That haircut. Pretty awesome. But there's a little garage rockiness to this band's stuff. I haven't heard this one yet. But this is the one that everybody says is the best one, and I've been looking for it forever. I've got the other two, and I've been looking for this one for a while. So, finally picked a copy up. It's on Steed Records. Bill Stam, courtesy of Bill Stam here. So yeah, on Courtesy Records or Steed Records, and literally all these records are in like perfect condition, with the exception of one that needs a bit of a cleaning, but it's still in good condition. And I'll show you the only one that I've listened to so far out of all these. I just picked these up today, actually. So I was in Delaware, and this was on my way home, so I stopped here. But now I know it's only like half hour from my house, so I'll be back. But this is the one I picked up today, and it was kind of a surprise that because I have another record by this band, and it's slightly more hard rock, 80s metal, but that's this first one by Marcel. Marcel is a British band. You wouldn't know from the cover, you'd think they were French. But they're a British band, and they have a French theme. I don't know why. But they get lumped into the new wave of British heavy metal because their second album's a little more like hard rock, heavy metal mix. This is like hard rock, kind of like proto glam metal going on in here, but with a lot of like pub rocky glam rock writing. I hear a lot of like the sweet the glam rock era of like Slade or the Alex Harvey band in this, which is a good thing. I love all those bands, and this could fit right into that like sweet spot of that. This came out in 1978, and like I said, their next record is a little more on the hard rock heavy metal side. This one definitely has some like hard rock and riffs throughout, and it's definitely a hard rock album. It's just more of that like glammy hard rock that you hear from the bands that I mentioned. But this was actually really good. It was kind of a pleasant surprise. I kind of really liked it. And this is the UK version on Mountain Records. But yeah, pretty solid glam rocky hard rock stuff. And look at those guys. They look like they're on the verge. They look in between the two. But this was fun. Catchy riffs, big songs, sleazy lyrics, awesome stuff. This was a fun record for sure. I'm going to flip that Beton Arme. I'll be right back. All right, and I've got two more from that shop, and then it's all celebrated summer stuff. But next up is this Picture record, the first one from Picture, Diamond Dreamer. Picture's a band from Holland. They play like straightforward traditional heavy metal. This is the second one by Picture. Sorry, second one. But they play like kind of like a mix between hard rock and heavy metal too. Not as much glam rock as Marcel had in theirs, but their one that I have with the skull on it's really good, and I've been meaning to pick up their other ones when I find them, and I finally found a copy of this. It's in great condition. This is on a bunch of labels. This is on the Dutch label Backdoor, but it's in great shape. So this is a 1982 OG. But yeah, just rocking stuff. I'm excited to listen to this. I haven't put it on yet, but I will soon. I like that. I like the other one with the big skull face on the front that I kind of just sucked me in from the cover. But this one's got a pretty sick cover too. Like this chick's about to throw a brick through something. maybe she'll kick over that guy. Maybe she'll just she's gonna throw a brick through a window and then hop on her motorcycle and ride off or something. I don't know. Pretty sick. There's the band. I like to show the band. Get an idea. You get an idea what they sound like when you see these guys. But yeah. Is there an inner in here? I don't think there's an inner in this. No, just a paper sleeve. Sick stuff. I'm excited to hear this. And another one that's another 80s hard rock kind of album. I've listened to this album on streaming before, and I remember liking it. I don't remember exactly what this sounds like. But this is a German band Viva. And the album's called What the Hell Is Going On? And I believe this is another kind of like proggy hard rock type thing. I think it's like a mix between prog, hard rock, and heavy metal. I don't remember exactly. It's on Epic Records, so maybe it's a little more toned down than a lot of them, but I'm interested to check it out. I'll see if it's as good as because I remembered hearing it and liking it, and then I don't remember exactly what it sounds like. This has been years ago. But I thought this was a cool find. It's an interesting one. I like to pick up interesting stuff when I see it. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a whirl. It was only $10. This one did come with a printed inner. And the guys, I looked at the guys, like they look like hard rockers, right? It looks like a heavy metal band at least. So I'm going off the clues, right? Pretty sick stuff. I'm excited. Excited to check this out. But yeah, that's my haul from Video Village in Joppatown, Maryland. Pretty cool. Old school feel to that place because there's a lot of digging you got to do. A lot of old records. They have a huge budget section. A lot of their records, they have like a huge section that's all $5, and a small section that's all like dollar records or $3 records or something. They had some other stuff there, so I'm definitely going to go back. I couldn't afford to buy everything that I wanted. I found more stuff that I wanted, but it's so... I looked at dates on the things, and some of them have been there for like a year or so, and the stuff, so I put them back, and I'm like, hopefully they're there next time, but we all know how that goes. A lot of times, not much going on their way. Doesn't work out very well sometimes. Now I've got a huge stack of stuff I picked up from Celebrated Summer over the last month or so. I've been to Celebrated Summer a bunch this month, and actually helped the owner do some stuff around his house, and he gave me some money and store credit. So these were actually a gift from the owner. These Vhol records that I have been in search of forever. This self-titled and the Deeper Than the Sky LP. Both of these records, great, kind of thrashy. This one's kind of thrashy with a touch of black metal and the cosmic, like, sci-fi feel of like a Voivod record in this. Great shit, dude. Like, one of my favorite records ever. Really, I love this record, and I've been looking for it forever. And I found it in a shop, which is bonkers to me. I'm kind of I kind of want to start just shopping in shops exclusively again. I'm kind of sick of the whole ordering online. It's on black vinyl. This was released by Gilead Media in 2012. So it's a bit of an older record, but just such good songwriting. It's an interesting and just unique record. I've never really heard anything like it. But honestly, if you have suggestions of stuff that's kind of like this, I know a few things that are like sort of like this, but if you give me anything that's kind of like this Vhol record, if you're familiar with it, let me know. But sick artwork. And yeah, just really, this Vhol record in particular. It's a double LP, so it's long. It's one of my favorite records ever. Deeper Than the Sky, the second record. This is a little more, it's a little more bog standard on the thrash end, with a lot of the Voivod elements in there. So it's still really good. A lot of speed metal in this, a lot more speed metal feeling in this one. Like modern speed metal stuff going on. Great record too. I love this one too. This one came on a cool, also on Gilead Media. And this one came with a cool, like, cloudy blue, kind of clear, cloudy blue vinyl. And the artwork on these is awesome. I love the artwork on these. Also, like, the artwork is kind of, not exactly, but kind of on that Voivod type feel going on with that, too. I'll be right back.